The Celtics and the Pacers, Boston trailed by as many as 24 in this one. Did you hear this, though? Jason Tatum trying to get his guys to get back in the fight.
This ain't nowhere we ain't been before, all right? We're the best team in the league for a reason. We just a step behind, a lot of game left. Let's take a deep breath, come on.
They took a deep breath, and they got back in this game, Chiney.
Happy Halloween. The Celtics had many kill shots, and that was won by Jason Tatum as they were trying to claw their way back.
It's really hard, Richard, to be down by 12 with 2.5 to go and do what the Celtics did.
It used to be harder. It's a little bit easier with the amount of threes and the pace that teams play with, but the Indiana Pacers got a big shot from Tyrese Halliburton there.
Tyrese Halliburton nails that one, and then under 20 seconds left here,
boom!
Tatum hits the step-back three, so the game is all tied at 124. This is the final chance for Indiana in regulation. Halliburton, shot to win it, wouldn't go. So, Perk, to overtime we go. Let's pick it up early in overtime. The game's still tied at 124. Halliburton, we talked about him struggling a bit with his shot. He doesn't struggle at all right here.
Absolutely. Got the separation, had a mismatch, took advantage of it, and knocked down a big-time three-point shot.
But, Bobby, Derek White has been so huge for this team.
It is deja vu from last year's Eastern Conference Finals.
So now Boston up by 2. Pascal Siakam hits a tough little jumper in the lane.
Ooh.
12 seconds left here, still tied at 132. Siakam, right here, hits the straight-on three. The Pacers take the lead, and they do not look back. They go on to win 135-132. That's the first time in his career that Pascal Siakam has hit a go-ahead three in the final 10 seconds of a game. So let's keep the Halloween theme going a little bit here. Boston handed their first loss of the season. How chilling was that for the Celtics, Bobby?
You know who the Celtics are? They're Michael Myers from Halloween. You just can't kill them. They kept on coming back. And Joe Mazzulla basically put the white flag at the 5-minute mark, and they kept on hanging in. And then they put Derek White and Jason Tatum back in the game. And that's the resiliency of this Boston team.
Well, it's the depth that they have. And look, to me right now, this shows, look, they're going to win games. They're going to have an off night. But even on their off nights, they're able to keep battling and playing in. Look, we look at an 82-game regular season and look at teams getting better. But ultimately, we are evaluating, can you beat them in a 7-game series? And what I saw last night, it's going to make it tough.
You know who else is getting better for us being the leader? Is Jaylen Brown. Last night we heard him talk about this was on me. I got to be better. He shot 11 for 30 from the field, 1 for 11 from 3. So you talk about the accountability factor of it from one of your franchise guys and the voice of that locker room. That's huge, and that's huge in that department as well for us, the Celtics going forward, trying to get that second title.
Hey, the Pacers won this game, and do you know who Pascal Siakam was for Halloween? He was outcast, and he did that.
So good,
he
too.
did exactly that, outcast the Boston Celtics, and I just love the growth of Pascal Siakam because I think a lot of times we think about Tyrese Halliburton and how he needs to take steps forward with his scoring or get back to those numbers with the passing, but Pascal has been Mr. Consistency. He won Most Improved Player back in 2019, but it feels like every offseason he takes that mentality. A guy that was downhill, transition in Toronto, comes now to Indiana. Now he has so many skills and moves in his bag. That top of the court three, top of the key, to me was impressive. A guy who's known for his mid-range, knocked down a three, was 6 for 8 beyond the arc.
Totally, and the Pacers did, thank you for bringing us back. We do like to talk about the winners on this show, but I do think the Pacers also showed in this one that everything has to go right if you are going to beat the Boston Celtics. You need Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to struggle from 3. You need to have an outstanding, gutty, gritty performance, and that is going to be difficult in a 7-game series. So Karl-Anthony Towns, he had his best performance as a member of the Knicks and nearly scored as many points on Wednesday as he had all season up until this point. 44 points. They're also the most in a Knicks game, by a Knicks center since Patrick Ewing's 46. That was in March of 1995 against the Celtics. Far and away the best game here. But Chiney, what did you see? We know you have to break this down.
Look, Karl-Anthony Towns is the self-proclaimed best shooting big man in basketball, and it only took 4 games for his game to arrive in New York, and at least you have something good to feel about if you're a New York fan. Sorry to the Yankees, but it's okay. The Knicks got a win. But look right here. He had 11 catch-and-shoot field goals. That's tied for the second most by any Knicks player. He shot 68% from the floor. But the cool aspect about this is that he was doing it all over the court. So roll me my tape, Olivia, baby. First of all, I love it when you screen screen to score. The screen allows Jalen Brunson to get downhill. It creates separation. He's so good at just sizing out his defender. Again, this is a stout defensive team. If it's the Miami Heat, he just lines it up and knocks it down. But also, I love it when Cat is on the move. He's going to run around. He's going to get to his sweet spot. All he has to do is turn around, size up, look at the reverse of the angle. His feet are always set. Just let it go. Karl-Anthony Towns, it's just like the little things, the simple things. If you look at his shot chart, the reason why he's so lethal is because he has one of the best shots. He's not afraid to do back to the basket with those jump hooks. But look right here. He made his damage in the paint. He was inside out, Malika. I know your costume, but also knocked down threes. Again, 68% from the field. To me, this was the game we've been waiting for. I've been critical of his field goal attempts, but guess what? They were all the way up. They were all the way up.
We knew Chiney crushed breakdowns. Who knew Storm crushed them as well? Perk, how did Cat dust off the cobwebs?
How did he dust off the car?
Halloween. You know, he started a little early, finding his fit.
Because he got into that paint. Look, we know that Cat can shoot the three. We know he's great at catching and shooting the ball. Great breakdown by Chiney. But one thing that's underrated about Karl-Anthony Towns is his ability to get in that paint for his post moves, his physicality. And last night, Bam Adebayo and the bigs, they were cat food because the big fella was eating. They was eating. And look, he's so skilled as well, being able to take you off the dribble. And I thought, shout out to Tom Thibodeau, because a few times on those live plays, those plays were drawn up for pick and roll, Cat diving to the basket, getting those easy buckets. And the big fella ate. He ate good.
Well, yeah, 28 field goal attempts his first 3 games, 25 last night in Miami. And I think they made certainly a concerted effort to get him going to start the game.
Well, and also times when you're like, I know the guy, I've played against the guy, but I got to see the guy. Last night they saw the guy. Now they start looking for the guy.
Now they feed
the guy. Like, hey, we got to get Cat going. He only got 3 touches. Collectively as a team, you start to depend on them. And I'm going to go back to Dirk Nowitzki. And I'm not saying that they're the same, but Dirk Nowitzki's game went up to another level when Avery Johnson told him to get in the post. Once he got into the post and added that patented step back, like post move, once he added that to his game, it opened up his three-point shot. So to Perk's point, the more he touches that paint, the more it's going to open up that three-point shot.